Hello, welcome. If you're an Apple M4 Mac Mini or Mac Mini Pro user, then I've got something tonight that solves at least two problems. The first being the lack of an SD card slot on the Mac, and the second, the cost of additional storage when you're first purchasing the machine. So this little device, which was sent to me by Minisopuru, sits underneath your Mac Mini, give it a very good little stand, but it adds a number of really cool features. One being the aforementioned SD card slot on the front there, and secondly, the additional space here to put an NVMe drive, so you can give yourself some additional online storage. It also has the usual array of USB A and C ports, and even another audio jack port on the side. So let's get this set up, and I'll take you through some of the features and a lovely little additional thing they've added on it if you've got an iPhone. So here we are, just flip it over. You see it's really sturdily made, and it's got four nice little anti-grip, anti-slip feet on the bottom. So we remove the screw and remove the little plate there so we can insert our NVMe drive. Now there are positions there for the different size drive, so I've just moved the little rubber lug down so I can get the longest drive in there, which is this one. And the great thing of them is you don't need then a little fiddly screw to try and mount that NVMe drive in there. Pop the lid back on, and it comes with a single screw again for that. It almost feels magnetic, that lid on the back, but anyway, we just get that one attached back in there, and then we are ready to put our Mac Mini into it. Nice and neat. So we just get our Mac Mini and put it into the smiley face side of the stand there. It all lines up really well. And just note there's padding as well all around the little stand there. So I'm now connecting the cable that's integrated into the Minisopuru and comes out and goes into one of the USB sockets. And then I've got my HDMI cable, in my case, that's how I've got the monitor connected, and the power, if you can see past my big hands. And I'll just slot that back into place. I think that looks really, really neat. And you can reach the power button as well. Finally, for my extra little thing, I put an alternate USB-C cable in the front, what would be the front, and then plug that into my iPhone. So that gives me that little bedside clock effect, which is then running all the time. And I think that makes for a really neat little setup. Nice and compact. So it is not the tidiest as far as cables go. However, you can reach all of the ports all around it. So it's probably one of the best ones I've used so far. So I think that gives a really useful range of ports as well as being a neat little stand. So you've got two USB-A ports, which are 2.0, and you've got a USB-A port that's running at 10 megabits, which are 3.2, and a USB-C running at 10 megabits as well. So a nice array of ports, plus the small SD card and the TF card slots, which I think they're probably the best I've used as far as having it built into the unit. You can really easily get those small SD cards in there. They can be such a fiddle to get, especially when that is right next to the desktop. So that's a big plus from me. You don't have another VGA port, and you don't have a duplicate on the RJ45 port, the network port. I'm happy to be missing those on it. And the addition of a good NVMe port is also really useful because we always need extra storage. So all in all, I think that gets a thumbs up. As I mentioned earlier, Minisopuru sent this to me free of charge. So they didn't ask me to say anything. They didn't have any input on me making a video, or even if I had to make a video. So I'm very grateful to have received it, and that gives me the opportunity to show it to you. So I think this is a really good unit. It seems to have all the ports that you kind of really need. It's pretty keenly priced. It gives you that extra storage space, and it just looks neat on the desk as well. So I shall put affiliate links down below. Now there'll be Amazon affiliate links. It doesn't cost you any more to buy from them, but if you do buy from them, I'll be very grateful because I may get a small kickback from it. So that just leaves me to say, if you've enjoyed this, then please give it a thumbs up, a like. And if you haven't subscribed, then I would be very pleased to have you along for the ride, and please subscribe. And coming up on Wednesday, I've got another great video, so please check that out when it comes along. And I look forward to speaking to you soon. Good night.